So I'm back up here on the top of the hill to take down dead oak number 2. That guy right back there. But I've noticed his lean isn't quite as hard in the direction I want him to go. I thought it was, but now that I look at it, I may have to try to use a wedge and persuade him over just a little bit more. And I've actually never used a wedge when felling a tree. I've never taken one down with a wedge, so it's gonna be something new, and you guys get to see it. All right, so his lean is kind of taking him right towards that little oak tree right there. And I want to avoid hitting him, and I want to bring him more to the left over here. And ideally, I'd like to get him as close to this where I took that other one out the other day. I know some of you have commented and wondered about my hearing protection. If I'm wearing my helmet, or sometimes if I don't put my actual headphones on, I have the little spongy expanding ones in there. So I don't know if you can see that, but so I do have my ear protection in. Woo! Oh, well, the tree is down. I did get a little nervous there for a second because I thought I had cut in far enough, and I put the long wedge in and it had gone all the way in, and I could see every time I tapped it, I could see his top moving a little bit, but I'd gone in and hit the holding wood, so I had nowhere left to go. And then I tried to get my saw in there, but then I took the shorter wedge. Let me show you here. So then I took my shorter wedge, and I put him in and got the pressure off the long one here, because he was all the way in. And as you can see, I nicked him with my saw because I tried to get the saw back in there. I just didn't think there was any way to keep my saw fully in there and get any lift off of the wedge, because my bar was taking up, you know, how many inches. So I pulled my bar out, put this wedge in. He started moving really good, and then and then I had to use this guy, and I pulled this one out, and then I went over on this side and cut a little bit of that holding wood, just enough, and he took off and went, and he landed right there. Dang near perfect. I'm very relieved at the way it turned out. I'm very happy because, like I said, believe it or not, this was my very first time using a wedge on bringing down a tree. Yeah, it turned out pretty good. So I'm happy with it. Time to start bucking. So if you saw me bucking that one up there, you saw that on this tree, I started from the other end, where last time I started at the base and I started cutting up the rounds. But this guy, the way he landed, his weight was all on the back side towards the stump. So the end out there was off the ground, so it was easy to just go through and buck him right off. And if I'd have started on this end and worked my way that way, then I would have lost all that leverage, lost that weight. So it ended up being 56 pieces, 56 rounds out of this tree, just like that, in no time at all. So I think now what I'm gonna do is, instead of making trips with the little John Deere in the wagon and then loading it up each time, I'm just gonna get all the rounds out here right next to the trail, make a little pile, and then that way I can just come up here and load them up. Don't have to shut the mower off. Just pull in, throw them on, head out. Listen up, Woodhounds. Here's your back 40 firewood tip of the day. You say you've got 2 rounds down on the ground and you can't get your hand around them. Pick one up and then use your body to roll the other one up. And there they all are. All of the rounds stacked, racked, and ready for pickup. Yes, I know what you're thinking. Why did I move all those rounds, stack them up, just to pick them up again? I'm handling the wood too much, right? I'm not crunching any production numbers. I don't have any quotas to meet. I am one with the force. The force is one with me. I'm just out here in the woods enjoying myself, doing something I enjoy doing, And so there's no need to rush it. There's no need to be thinking about how many times am I handling this wood? How many times am I gonna move it? How many times do I gotta pick it up? How many times do I gotta drop it down? I come on here and I have fun with firewood. I mean, how can you not enjoy yourself when you're out here and you can see things like this? Just look at that. Sun is hitting the top of that tree and the leaves are just exploding with color. Best time of the year. Special request from a subscriber, Charles Schwab. He wanted me to take one of those pieces of wood that I did the wood test, the moisture test on the other day, and one of the smaller ones that I was getting like 17%, to split it and stick the moisture meter in as far as I could to make it stick and see what it was reading. So we're gonna do it right now. Get ready. There's a 19. Let me stick it in right there. 27. Ho ho! So there you have it. With the moisture meter, I was not inserting these tips properly, I guess, because the further you push those things in, it does change the reading, even though this piece was just split. So very interesting. Thanks for the feedback there, Charles Schwab. I'm gonna have to put a little more oomph into that meter when I'm reading it. Stick her in there good. That's what she said. Anyway, so yeah, thanks again for that. And it just goes to show that, you know, this is like one of the things I really enjoy about doing this and having like a community of people like this where, you know, I can put something out there and, you know, I'm not saying it's the absolute right way of doing it, and then someone can come on, leave some feedback. I can come back on here and prove myself wrong. So pretty cool. So I just, you know, and the good thing is everything stays positive. I mean, I'm not offended by it. I'm not, you know, I'm not hurt by the fact that my whole video the other day may not have been completely accurate with the readings. Yeah, so like I said, it's just great to have, you know, to be able to do this, get people together, a community of people together, all based around a piece of wood, firewood. Cool stuff. So thanks again, everyone, for watching. Hope you enjoyed it today. That's gonna do it. So have a good one. Stay safe. Have fun, man. Have fun. You know, like today, it's just like, I mean, I will be honest with you. I was nervous as hell going up there to cut that tree down, thinking about having to use a wedge because I've never done that before. But, you know, it's just sometimes there's those things that you got to dig down. You got to find that confidence in yourself, and you just got to go out and you got to do it. Don't hesitate. Just do it. Put all the negative thoughts, all the doubt out of your mind, and just do it. And have fun. Right? Yeah. And, of course, be cool. Woohoo!